We're in Alaska, Mother. We're in Alaska.
I know.
Oh, check it out, the bear. It's right there. Well, we finally got our first glimpse of the glacier. Glorify van life on level 1000. That would be it. Oh my guys. Good morning, everybody. Please excuse the hair. I had a shower last night and I'm still in my pajamas. It is now the next day. We drove to Stewart yesterday from Prince Rupert and we found this little hotel called the Ripley's Inn, and it's very unassuming because it's not on the main drag or anything. So we were just driving around and seeing different hotels, and that's why I saw this. I was like, we have to stay here. Come down like a back alley. The sign is like old and decrepit and it looks sort of sketch, but it's actually the most eclectic little place. Actually, I would probably call it like a boutique hotel, even though it doesn't have the boutique prices. It's basically different buildings around town that have been converted into like a hotel. For example, this Heritage House has at least like 12 rooms in it. You know, like it's so much fun. Today though, we should just go over game plan for today is once I give you a little tour, we're going to wait for the visitor center to open up. We're going to go in, we're going to ask some questions. When we were in the visitor center in Terrace, they said that there might be a chance we can't get to the glacier that we want to go today.
We had some locals come down here and he actually works at the border control and he goes, yeah, they showed me pictures. There's no way people were getting it.
Because it's still snowed in, so we're going to go there, clarify that. If not, we are still going to head towards the glacier, and in doing so, we actually have to go into Alaska. Are you confused? Because I know I would be. It'll all be clear in due time, but first, let's go do a hotel tour, huh? So, that right there, that's our room. Crazy. It's like all these different buildings are a part of this hotel, so they've like bought like the surrounding buildings and then converted them into hotel rooms. So, I don't know, like this is a house. I think it's just such a great idea, and it's so much more fascinating than staying in, you know, your traditional motel or inn, which we were happy to do, but the fact that we just sort of stumbled upon this was just almost a blessing. Oh, look! And they have free bikes for guests to take around town. I love this about small towns. It's like, they can just leave the bikes here and no one's gonna take them, you know? Like, this is crazy. So we are now in the truck and we're going to make our way to Salmon Glacier. We checked at the visitor center. There's a 50-50 chance we'll be able to see it. It's about 47 kilometers from Stewart. We're gonna make some stops along the way, so hopefully in that time it clears up. First, we're gonna grab a coffee and then we'll get going. Fingers crossed, today we see some grizzlies. Not in person, but from the car. Years I'll come back.
You made
just
me
like this is my mom's 30th year's reunion to come into Stewart. I'm gonna come back in 30 years. So we're on our way to Stewart Glacier. Now this glacier is in Canada, but it's only accessible by going through Alaska. Confusing, right? So here's the map. So basically in Stewart, you gotta drive through this town called Hyder. And then once you drive through Hyder, then you head north and then you cross the border out back into Canada, and that's where Stewart Glacier is. Now I'm really excited to see this town because apparently it's the most, I guess, southern town in all of Alaska, and apparently there's only like 60 residents and it's only 3 kilometers from Stewart. So we're gonna go there now. I get to cross Alaska off my bucket list. I know it's like a very teeny portion, but it's so exciting. And we heard about this thing called being Hyderized. We'll show you when we get there what that means. So that's it. It was so abrupt. You just come around a corridor and all of a sudden we're in Alaska, you guys. Oh, this is so cool. There is no border crossing here. You just have to stop at customs in Canada on your way out. So, wow, this is so cool. I get Hyderized there. Okay, we'll have to do that afterwards. Oh, I'm so excited. We're in Alaska, Mother. We're in Alaska.
I know.
Yeah. So we'll come back to town and I'll show you around town like once we're back, and that's when we'll get Hyderized and do all that fun stuff. In the meantime, we're gonna make our way to Salmon Glacier. This is the second border crossing. US, Canada. US, Canada. All this road is pretty much gravel all the way to the glacier. It's actually well maintained. Like in the wintertime, this is probably inaccessible, and like the fact that they only opened about less than a week ago to people being able to drive up here, and it's June, says like the window to be able to see this glacier is very limited just because it's like so inaccessible. You could probably get here in the summertime in your little Yaris, like as long as there's no snow. Like that's how well maintained this gravel road is. Like there's some potholes, but just go slow, and it's like that's expected for any off-road is some potholes. So not a bad gravel road at all, as long as there's no snow. And yeah, we saw motorbikes and we saw motorhomes all coming up here, like big ones, big heavy ones, and they're fine, so let's just expect that. Oh, we have been driving for like a solid 25-ish, a little bit more minutes down this gravel road, and it's slowly going up and up and up, but we finally got our first glimpse of the glacier, and I think we're in luck. I am so excited, you guys.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh my guys.
Well, like there was pictures of.
Look at it, you guys. So this is our first little glimpse. Salmon Glacier here is the largest drive-up glacier in the world. So like basically, because you can drive right up to it. There is a viewpoint that we can that you can get to where you drive up to it. It's the one that you see on all the brochures and everything. But like the lady said, the visitor center, there is snow. They sort of paved the way. We'll push forward and see what we run into. Hopefully it doesn't turn out like my experience in the van in Squamish a few weeks ago. I am so scared. So yeah, and it's not windy out, so I'll be able to get my drone.
This is too amazing.
We continued driving forward, and apart from the large snowbanks, the road was pretty much clear, and we had no issues reaching the viewpoint. Man, I'm so glad. Being a complete noob at filmmaking, there was no way I was able to capture the magnitude of this incredible glacier. Looking down upon the glacier gave you this deeper appreciation for this spectacular natural beauty. Once I put the camera down, my mom and I just sat and gazed upon the glacier for a few hours. It was truly phenomenal. Well, part of me is a little bit disappointed because that would have been the most epic van shot. I mean, like if you wanted to like glorify van life on level 1000, that would be it. You could park your van right at the back and have this entire glacier to yourself, because there's nothing saying that you can't stay overnight here. Just putting it out there. Mildly disappointed I didn't bring the van, but it's okay. We got to see it. Still super happy. It is spectacular. We're gonna head back into Hyder and we're gonna explore the town. As we made our way down, we stopped at the Fish Creek Wildlife Viewing Area, which is a good stop to see bears fishing in the wild. We weren't so fortunate, so we pressed on.
It feels like we're in heaven. If it will get dark, you'll be my million stars. I know I can lean on you. Oh, you catch me like a leaf falling from a tree. If I'll be a shooting star, you make a wish. No, I don't fake this kind of feeling, never felt so real. My heart is on the table 'cause you're my everything. I wanna marry.
Okay, here's your water for taster if you need it.
Awesome.
Here's your drink. No sipping, no smelling. You must drink it straight back.
Drinking it straight back. Here we go.
There, congratulations. You've been Hyderized. That was with Everclear. It's 151 proof now.
Holy cow.
It makes a nice picture to stand back in the back by the frog too that you've been Hyderized.
Oh yeah, let's go get a photo there.
From us.
Thank you so much. And that's Hyder, Alaska, everyone. It's short and quaint, and it is truly Alaska's friendliest little ghost town. It's friendly, it's a ghost town, and yeah, so cool. I'm so happy we got to cross Alaska off our bucket list, and now we got to go through Canadian customs. So wish us luck.
12 seconds later.
Oh, you guys, check it out! The bear is right there. It's right there. Thank God, across the street. Oh, he's climbing up.
Stewart.
Okay, where's home for you guys?
Vancouver Island.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good. Right, just got your passport.
Thank you. It's from 4:30 to 8.
So you call it. So guys, we've left Stewart and we're back at Bear Glacier taking one last look before we head back to Prince Rupert, where we are going to get the van ready to get on another ferry, yes, another ferry to go to Haida Gwaii. So I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for joining us on today's vlog, and I'll see you next week. Bye!